What's making you unproductive? And what can make you a heck of a lot more productive? Hey, it's Adam Contos here. Make sure you go on over to adamcontos.com/leadership. Download the free PDF that I have for you, 3 key leadership principles. Let's talk about productivity here. Productivity, because during the recent surveys that we've been doing, we've been getting a lot of requests for help me be more productive. There's a lot going on. Well, let me tell you about this study that has been done. This study shows that we have the cognitive ability to store between 5 and 9 items in our working memory. 5 and 9 items in our working memory. And I know you're doing a lot more than 5 to 9 items every day. Also, when we switch tasks, multitasking, we've all been there, because a distraction enters our world, it takes 23 minutes for us to switch. 23 minutes. This study, by the way, was done by George Miller, a cognitive psychologist, in 1956. So George said we had the ability to maintain 5 to 9 items in our working memory, and we lost 23 minutes every time we got distracted. Think about that. That was 1956. There weren't as many distractions in 1956 as there are today, especially with iPhones and any of the other electronics, and then everybody bombarding you with everything going on. So think about this. What helps us avoid these distractions and become more productive than we actually are typically? That's a system. Having a system makes you more productive. Now, what's a system? A system is a framework of steps to accomplish something. And it's also a dedication and a commitment that we have to focus on a task, because a system is a task. It might contain little other subtasks, but a system is how you're going to get something done. And I experienced this morning when I walked into the gym. I walked in and I looked around, and this was like a giant warehouse full of equipment, and there were people doing all sorts of things. And it's interesting when you turn around and look at the gym and you watch somebody walk in and they're a little overwhelmed. They're like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff going on here. What am I supposed to do? Well, you have a system. So I pulled out my phone, which has my workout plan on it. That was my system. And instead of stopping at these different machines going, oh, should I do this next? Or I see somebody doing something over there, I stuck to the system. It was the machine, it was the weight, it was the reps, it was the number of sets. And I moved on to the next thing after I did that, because I checked the box. I put in what I did because I knew what I did last time, and I moved on. That's a system. And you know what? I could accomplish in 1 hour what it takes other people probably multiple hours in order to accomplish in the gym, because I have a system. Now let's translate that to work, to your business. What is your system for today? Do you have a system for today? Now, you also might call that a schedule. And when we think about our schedule and our systems, and we break down productivity levels, what causes us to be unproductive? Because the reality is you can actually only get probably the most, maybe 3 hours of productivity out of your day. Okay. I mean, if you're squeezing way more than 3 hours out, tell me what you're doing, because you have a tight, good system to follow for each of the tasks you want to accomplish. And there's probably a bunch of different things scheduled throughout the day that are on systems. And by the way, a meeting is not a system. Okay. So cross all those meetings off as systems, unless there's a specific goal and a way to accomplish it, and a box you can check that says, here's the results. That's a system. So when you look at George Miller's concept of 23 minutes, okay, 23 minutes, let's say that we task switch, call it 5 times, okay? That's 115 minutes. 5 times 23, 115. 115 minutes. So let's call it 2 hours. We do that for 2 hours during the day. And then we have these gaps in between. Now, I just said you're probably only productive 3 hours a day. So if your productive time is taken up by task switching or distractions because you don't have a system, you're getting an hour or less of productivity out of your day. Because we also have all these other things that we do. We run errands, we have 3 meals in a day. Maybe you go to the gym, maybe the phone rings, maybe somebody is doing something else, or maybe you're just not focused on being productive. But think about your systems. This is incredibly important. Okay, this is a leadership concept, is to understand these systems, to understand the systems in your business overall, the whole system, the whole business and the systems that run that, as well as what are your tasks during the day. So think about that. Write in the comments, do you have systems? Do you need systems? Do you have a good one that you follow? The first one I engage with to turn on my systems thinking for the day is the gym. I'm out the door super early in the morning to go do that. So anyhow, that's the key business concept for the day. Make sure you go over to adamcontos.com/leadership, put in your email address, and I'll send you that free PDF download on 3 key leadership concepts. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.